Well, Jim, congratulations. That's a good win today against a strong Salford City side. Let's clear up the goal first of all. Whose goal is it? What happened?
Well, I think Belly and Alex gone for the ball at the same time. I think Alex has probably got the final touch. But credit to Sam Walker, because I've been saying consistently, if we get the deliveries right, 3/4 of the goals on the cross. I know Sam Walker deserves a lot of credit because it was an easy finish for whoever took it, but I think Alex Reid got the final touch, so it'd be delighted to get off the mark.
In terms of the overall game, though, you must be delighted with that. You dominated possession, created lots and lots of goal-scoring opportunities today, and didn't look unduly troubled in the defensive third.
Yeah, I mean, I was really pleased because I don't think that the previous two games have been a real measure of us. We did a lot of work, a lot of thinking after the games, and then tried to put down, as I say to lads jokingly, we did a good week's work today, yesterday. We did a lot of work yesterday, laid down the patterns of play, laid down how we're going to just sort of use the shape to build, to try to get our front two in a position where they can penetrate and create opportunities, and a lot of really good performance. I think everybody be coming away from the game really pleased about their own contribution with the ball, without the ball. And like I said, it's a lot easier to watch that video over again and highlight to be a lot more Stockport County related.
I think the other thing, and I commented on it today, was how strongly you finished the game. So already the players seem to be getting to a level of fitness that is quite surprising at this early stage.
That's a poor observation, John. I mean, we had a totally different 11 at the end, so...
But to finish a game as strong as you do, keep that mentality...
But it just shows the strength of the group of players, if you like, because you've got really strong bench, and you've got really strong players like Sam Walker, Paul Turner for Coleman, and even Jordan Downton, the goalkeeper. They're all, there's not a weak player in there. So yeah, you're right. We did finish the game strongly. I expected a team that come on against Rochdale to go and win the game because they had the wind, they had a little bit of freshness. We were playing against a team that was probably playing more minutes and was going to be younger. But credit to that team second half. But I did feel that I was more pleased with the first half, and that's not because that was our strong. But we were playing against a strong wind, and we were having to engineer better opportunities to get up the pitch, and we were having to play against a team that was a little bit more forceful in the first half. So, but yeah, I think we looked far better today in terms of our physicality, in terms of our shape. I think anybody that looked at that team today will think they've been coached and they've got a little bit of an identity, they've got a bit of a shape, they've got a bit of organisation. They look like a team that's can attack from lots of different angles, got a threat from set plays, look solid on set plays, look solid all around. So that's what I hope my team's going to be all about.
I was going to mention the set pieces. I thought today you could see the work that's gone in the training ground in terms of set pieces particularly, and that must give you real encouragement. The lads have clicked quite quickly. Well,
again, one of the staff said the only decent corner was the goal we scored because whatever you're looking for in corners, it's not a trade secret. You want the ball to be coming in about head to crossbar height between the posts and get people arriving at the right time. And there was quite a few over hit, under hit. Sam Walker's was the pick of the bunch. I was really disappointed with our free kicks because when we do the analysis and chop that up we had 9 or 10 free kicks and never really created a goal scoring opportunity. Quite wasteful really, kicking it out of play into the keeper's hands, playing free kicks, cross free kicks from the middle third when we should be playing our shape. Bit of work to be done on that, but we did a little bit of technical work yesterday in terms of our crossing drill. We kind of reinvented into a set play drill, so players then are getting the crosses from set plays. James Gannon was probably the outstanding one. John Rooney's a great technician. We've got Jordan Williams getting sharper, then we've got Paul Turner, Sam Walker, you've got Harvey Gilmore. So there's a lot of technicians there, but they're all just still getting their eye in. But the movement and the presence in the box was really good. So, and as I said, jokingly to lads, that looked like the team that finished last season, well organised, hard to beat, plenty of threat, and looked like they're going to score goals from set plays. And whether it be Ebbsfleet away or Bromley at home, it's nice to win not 1-0 with a set play.
Tell us a bit. You mentioned Paul Turnbull and Sam Walker there. What is the situation with those two guys at the minute?
Well, I think we're just trying our best to help them find the next opportunity, and It was a bit of a disjointed summer because we didn't know when we were starting, and they come back training with us, and what we're trying to do is help them get to a situation where they, when the contracts are being offered, that they've got an opportunity to play, and it was the same with Darren Stevenson potentially. Our squad's starting to take shape, and as we start up in the minutes, they may not get as much minutes, but they've done us a huge favour in the sense of coming in and keeping the standard in training excellent, the standard in games excellent. But look, I just want to really help them get an opportunity with another club. So in that sense, it's great to have them in, but we do need to be thinking about if our squad starts getting a little bit stronger, one or two additions, that the group that we're training with is a little bit too strong. But that's something that we can sort out in the next couple of weeks. But I'm really pleased with the kind of 17 and 18 we've got together. I think a few need a little bit more work to get there. There's a little bit more cohesion work to be done. But there's lots of players get different things out this week. We had 5 or 6 players got 60 minutes. Everybody that we regard as being the first team squad got 45. Other lads who are trying to pitch themselves for other opportunities got a real good taste and wouldn't have done themselves any disservice or disjustice. At this stage, when you consider we're playing against teams that are preparing for, if you like, realistic competitions within 10 days, it's a really good workout for us, and it's a nice way to finish this block. We're going to try and give the lads now a little bit of a mental break and offload for the bank holiday weekend, and then off we go then really with a really intense period of full time. Hopefully we'll have the full range of facilities at Carrington, and COVID won't restrict what we do, and then we'll just be able to do more and more work and just keep improving, and I think that's a great measure of how far we've come in the last 5 weeks, and it's a great starting point for the next 5.
A couple of trialists still, and they've featured in I think all of the games so far. Where and when do you have to make a decision on those two guys?
I always find it strange that we put them down as trialists. I never put any names on the team sheet. Yeah, maybe if they're players who are maybe serving out notice at a club or something like that, you have to be careful. But I think it's important that people realise who's training with us and why they're training with us. Are they trying to? And both of them, Ethan and Josh, are trying to pitch themselves for a position within the 20-man squad that we're, especially the second goalkeeper scenario. But when Simon comes back in on Thursday and we sit down and have another recruitment meeting, we have to decide, whether they're going to be part of the 20 or whether we're looking to recruit. There's one or two. Like I said, I think we've got 16, 17, possibly 18 players in the group. We're looking to add one or two more. I think the injury to Sam Minahan's probably exposed a little bit of a weakness on the right-hand side. What if Conor Jennings was injured? What if John Rooney was injured? Have we got another player capable of coming in there? So there's one or two areas where we're looking at, but I thought we're looking really strong in all the other areas. When you consider we've got Jordan Williams, Richie Bennett, Niall Bell, Alex Reid. Never mind Salford. Any team that's coming up against our front two with another two potentially come on, they kind of keep the tempo and the quality up was great. So, we're in a good place in terms of the overall structure and squad, and it's going to be nice when we come back on Tuesday the 1st. I think we've got more than 3/4 of the squad in place, and the opportunity to add one or two more, and 5 weeks of full-time football to get all the principles, the identity, the culture all established, so that we're starting with a really strong mindset and a strong culture first game of the season.
Back three with wing backs today. Anything to read into that, or do you want your squad still to be flexible and agile as they were last year and the year before, and still be able to adapt to different formations?
Well, I think we played a back four against Rochdale, but didn't do ourselves any favour because we didn't seem to be able to break past their two, and their two caused the back four problems. Would have been better served with three, and sometimes. At three is more comfortable with the front two, and then you can split and develop play. I mean, you don't, whether you're a junior coach or whether you're regarded as a genius with a pro licence, working in the Champions League, you want to have an extra player to make sure you're safe, and you want to have an extra player so you can play out from the back. And I think we've seen that in principles today. But you want to play a shape that maybe allows you to have full width, great length to the game, and also depth in midfield with creative players. So I thought we got the balance right today, but we will come up against teams like Fleetwood that play a really strong 3-4-3, or Rochdale that play a kind of slightly different 4-4-2 with a what I call the Brazilian box, where the two wingers are in and the two wide centre forwards are out. Maybe not at this level, but we'll come up against a lot of teams that play 4-3-3, a lot of teams that play 3-5-2. We've seen that last year, and what we have to be is to be able to impose what we're about on them, but also have the tweaks in the shape maybe to expose some weaknesses in their system or to strengthen them, depending on the quality of the opposition and the result of the time, and what we need from the game. But I think we'll take some credit for the tactics and the setup today, but without techniques there's no tactics. Without players that know what their roles within it, the system doesn't work. So great credit to the players. They'll all come on off, all feel a lot better about the performance because they worked hard, they played well, and they did lots of the aspects of the game you want. And if you get that down, any system will work.
In terms of the rest of the summer now, I know the actual fixtures haven't been announced in terms of the opposition, but are you pleased with who you've got lined up? Are you satisfied it's going to give you the running that you need?
Well, strange to call this summer with the weather we're having today. It's kind of, we've gone from the extremes of Fleetwood to today. But yeah, it's kind of I'm still a little bit lost on where we are in the league. It's kind of weird because the missus was saying we need to get uniform. The kids are back in school next week, and yet we're nowhere near starting the season. So look, there's a bit of work to be done, and there's a bit of tidying up. But I think we've done a lot of work from when Mark and Simon came in. There's a lot of work behind the scenes. There was always going to be some difficult transitions and a bit of storming that went on as we people went and people came, and we all figured out where we stand and all. But I think we've come a long way, and I think perhaps in some ways this extended pre-season's helped us, because one of the concerns was the transition of a new group of players. So, but yeah, we're really pleased, and I think that Simon and the new recruitment staff will all be looking forward to the challenge of finding one or two more players to add to this group, and we want to challenge our players to raise their game, and also challenge them with the temptation that there's better players out there that we can bring in should anybody drop the standard. So I think it's a highly competitive culture we're building here at the moment, and I just hope it brings the best out of everybody.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time.
Welcome.
Cheers.